Next challenge is aligning the drawable to the collision. There is no way to cut a perfect hole without having those next to each other, so your ability to align the drawables with the collision will dictate the amount of success you're going to have into matching the holes. I'm trying to figure out why can't I... Oh, I'm in edit mode. So, it appears that the drawables are right smack in the center of the world, which is not true. We know that the collisions are the best indicator as where the meshes are. And if we turn on the relationship lines, this is for you. I know exactly what's going on in here. Drawables, when you import them, will be automatically added to the center of the world, which is the wrong location. The right location is where the collisions are. And we need to take those drawables and move them to their respective position as it matches with the collisions. So that's pretty much what we're trying to do right now. So let's see which one is the ground. Select hierarchy and G. So that's the collision that we just selected. Structure, select hierarchy and G. So when you move something, if the relationship lines don't move, that means you selecting the drawable. So this is what we want to match this area in here. You never alter the rotation of the mesh, you only alter the X and Y and Z, but never the rotation. Rotation is W, just in case you want to know. So, structure, right click, select hierarchy, move the mouse over the 3D view, G and Z. G and hold control double snap to where it's supposed to be, more or less, and then you move the drawable to match the location, something like that. And try to be as precise as possible. Because that's very important when it comes to cutting the hole. There's a few tricks you can do. Like when you create a tunnel, you create extra geometry for the tunnel. So the lip of the hole is not overlaps the wrong unmatching geometry. So there's a few things you can do, but I like to match those exactly the way you watch me do right now. So there is little error in here. Whoa. So we're good. This is pretty much what it should look like when you match the two collisions and the drawables. Let's do the beach, which is gonna be this. Save your file. I never saved. Right here. Tunnel. Test. Like that. And with ch3 underscore 11 underscore ground underscore 13 selected, select hierarchy, press G, hold control, and move it where the collisions are. Again, I repeat, your ability to match the holes is very, very important and highly dependent. The success of matching the holes is highly dependent on how good are you at aligning those. But this is the ground for the house. It's not the ground for the beach. Yeah, I think this is it. This is where it needs to be. If you remember, we have the cutter. I don't quite get it why the cursor moves. When I'm fucking trying to select the geometry in here. Are you fucking kidding me right now? What the fuck is going on? So let's move the cursor to center. Oh, you fucking thing. So this is where we're gonna be matching the hole from the collision into the drawable for the ground. Select the ground, press edit, press tab to enter edit mode. If you move vertex, will also move the texture a little bit, but it doesn't matter. You can plan on adding different things around the hole, like wooden pallets and all that kind of stuff, and you will not gonna see the messed up textures that most likely gonna fuck them up. So in edit mode, with the vertices enabled, press Ctrl R. Actually, we can just use this vertex to bevel it and create the geometry around. So select that vertex, press Ctrl B, click and drag down a little bit, and on the bevel window select vertices and kind of scale it a little bit just to match the hole. And then select vertices one by one, hold Control, and move it to where the vertices is. So we'll snap to that to match the hole. Like that. Oh, the texture doesn't look all that bad either. So now select face, press delete, select face, and if we enable collisions, the hole from the collision will perfectly match the hole for the ground, like that. So what we're looking at is pretty much how the tunnel goes down, and let's do the same thing for the ground, for the drawable at the beach where the other hole is. That's the center of the world. We do not need cutter one anymore. Or the cylinder, and if I can only find the drawable for the bitch. Seems like that's the one. Right click, select hierarchy, zoom in where the collisions are, press G, hold Control. That's actually the collisions, what the hell? So it's ch3_13_B, ch_00. Select that. Select hierarchy. Move the mouse over the 3D view. Press G. Hold Control. And the whole thing will should shift to where the collisions are. Right, let's position this. It's a bit tricky. It's tricky in particular because we do not have the drawable for the walls in here, and it's hard to match it just by the ground. Yeah, I think this is it. This is what we're looking for. Alright, let's unhide. So we had everything except for the ground drawable and the cutter. Select the ground, press tab to enter edit mode, and let's create the geometry. So press number 1 so you can see the vertices. Arguably you can do the same thing, but let's do that. The texture don't look all that bad, plus it's gonna be behind some rocks, so it's all good. I think it's acceptable. So Control B, move down, select vertices, and kind of try match the size. Maybe a little smaller so we can play with the vertices. So minimize this, save your stuff, and let's move vertices one by one. Again, I am using Control to snap the vertex location to match the cutter vertex location. Okay, we have some weirdness going on in here. Undo. and select the inside faces. Press delete. Now unhide the collisions. Hide the cutter. And that looks pretty fucking good. Next we'll be creating the tunnel itself with the collisions, and we will be testing in game where the player has to walk from here all the way to where the house is underground. See you on the next one.